So I had a student come back to me a year after he graduated, and he said, yeah, we were working in the lathes. We had to mill this square axially on the end of a part, and we were using a contour toolpath and stepping over 5 times and taking depth cuts a 1/2 inch deep. And he said to the guy that programmed, said, hey, would you mind if I mess with that a little bit, see if I can improve it? Well, he changed it to a dynamic 3 inches deep and just took full depth of cut, radial step over 5%. Took 30 minutes off the cycle time. Just out of school, took 30 minutes. Now, that's not saying they know everything by any means. They have a lot to learn yet, but that's something that they can bring, you know, that they're getting from the newest version that maybe someone who's been out there using an older version doesn't necessarily know, and they don't know the benefits of it. My name's Jared Keim. I'm an instructor at Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So the reason we choose Mastercam is one of the biggest reasons is most of the people in our area, the industry, use it, right? So we want to prepare them for eventually the software that they're going to go to work on. The other one is control, control, control. I have just a ton of control, especially in 5-axis over the toolpath, and how that tool axis, the vector is changing throughout the cut. I have a ton of control for that. So if I want to minimize my amount of rotational axis movement, I can do that. I have options to do that. And not every software has that option. The reason why we like to stay up to date on those is because there's a lot of changes that happen. And they tend to be small incremental changes, but if you fall a couple of releases behind, they're not small incremental changes when you go and update anymore. Now there's a huge change. Maybe the whole interface changed. I remember when the unified path came out. That was it was a huge change from taking those 4 other paths and just combining them into one. And it took me a while to figure them out and really get good at using that path. So I like to keep up to date just to make sure that we have those small incremental changes rather than having like this huge change from one version 4 years ago to the newest. So most of the feedback that I get from our students is actually their shops are a couple or maybe still working on V9, believe it or not. And they see the capabilities of what you can do with the newer versions, and they start leaning on the shop of, hey, we can improve cycle time. We can program this a different way now. So the idea for us, we want to be at least at the forefront of the technology so that our students can take that out into industry with them.